Hello everybody, it's your Wonderful Wind Mage, your cruise ship servant, Chartreuse Proxy, ever and always at your service now. Happy Cherno Day everybody, it's 9/9! We are back with more Hero of Ice Fairy, of course, when it comes to it. It's really taking my interest over Misty's Izakaya, but then again, especially for Cherno Day, I have to play it. So I'm just chilling out and going back to it. Now we beat the main game last time around, I started doing Hero Mode Roguelike. But I realized that I completely skipped over doing the Prologue, which is basically like the gameplay demo for, the first demo for how the games would have looked and everything like that back then too. But it's got its own independent story and everything like that, so I need to play it out, of course. Because it also involves fights that we never got to do otherwise, and you can see early beta models and everything like that. Phew, finally here. Mrs. Thick today. I almost lost the way. This must be the legendary Coma Castle. In the castle. Smell bad news. No, I can't bat down here. Princess must be holding that castle. I have to find a way in. Remember reading it's like 4 fights, so it's probably Starwood Sisters and then hard modes. Who is it? Who's barging the door? You're messing with my tea time. That's a very cute dress, Remy. The Starlit Shadow! The legendary Starlit Shadow is here! Who did you call a Starlit Shadow? How rude! Mystery Master of Starlit Castle. My name is Romelia Scarlet. I'm the master of this Coma Castle. And who on earth are you, rude intruder? I'm Cherno, the strongest hero of... Wait! You wicked Starlit Shadow! You don't deserve to know my name! Give the princess back already! Alas, why do I need to deal with this myself? Where's Marion and Saki? Oh, dare eating again? I have to give them a piece of my mind later. Yeah, Yuri! Also, I'm really cold. Let me put my jacket on. I'm really cold. Okay, jacket on. Yeah, Cherno Day! Hope you two are doing well today. What are you murmuring about? Let the princess go! The princess is in another castle. That's right. Your lovely princess is in my castle. Fight me if you wish to have her back. I find the fight entertaining. I'll let the princess go. I was going to spare your life if you cooperated. I never fear of a fight. Bring it on! Rude intruder. You being as foolhardily as you are now. You fail to please me, my supper will be your fresh blood. I remember, also especially hearing the piano intro here to, what's his face, on YouTube, because I had those Steep pulled up, and I didn't play the Prologue yet, but my god, it made me really want to play it. Holy crap, dude. This is the most that I got to listening to it on YouTube when it comes to it. Yeah, I can just outrun it. Good. Staring into space, and as well, nevertheless. The bats aren't actual objects to fight. Good Misty fight. No stamina, no stamina. Got really lucky there. Those voids are sticking in the ground, eh? Whoop! Good Misty fight. Good. Stage 5. Okay, I'm seeing the problem here. You dashed the wrong way. You're fine. Ah, shoot, dude. That was almost hitless. Nice. It's been a while since I had such a good fight. You are unharmed? That kind of battle? An afternoon playtime at best. Although I didn't get serious, you're not as bad as I imagined. But way too far from beating me. I'm empty stomach! Yeah, that's why I didn't fight well. I'll retreat for now and fight you some other time. I will save the princess. She ran fast. Anyway, I've taught her a lesson. I'll leave her to Marin if she shows up. But then, the thing she murmured. Scarlet's shadow and the kidnapped princess. Could it be her? Interesting. Ooh, how can I be more powerful? I have to rescue the princess. Hello? Huh? This is... Now, I'm gonna have a children and get the princess out. Is this how we get in spell cards? That's how it explains it. She only just rummaged through her surroundings and found her Danmaku. Hey! Hey! Scarlet Shadow, show yourself! I told you, my name is Remelia Scarlet. How is it that you're back again? You haven't learned enough Wession? Minor spelling mistake. Don't be so sure. I'm equipped with the ultimate artifact. Ultimate artifact? You mean your scarf? Wait, actually. Now you know it. This is a superstar from Corindo, capable of releasing spell cards. Okay, actually. The ultimate artifact and strongest me. I will defeat you this time! Sounds exactly like a dialogue from a fool. I've just granted Maylin and Saki a day off. You sure know how to pick the right time to come. Maybe I was too kind. Never mind, I've nothing better to do anyway. Might as well spend some time with you. Remember your words. With this artifact, I simply can't lose. How arrogant. If the artifact is really as powerful as you claimed, it must be very expensive. Did you steal it? What? What? Of course I paid for it. Anyway, I will redeem myself, defeat you utterly, and save the princess! So much confidence, but I shall hold back no longer. As a punishment for disturbing me, get ready to die after defeat. Spell cards, so E. So it's just a base spell card when it comes to it. It's just a 1. Yeah, you're really getting to see how it's the beta, like early beta when it comes to it then, primarily, for how it all works. It would also still use my courage then. Let's be careful. Yeah, I'm abridging some of the lines when it comes to just because of the Chinese translation, I think. Because I think it was a Chinese team that had made this game when it comes to it. So it's not the best necessarily for like the small gamer, but I'm figuring it out. Whoa, that's 2 lasers! Look at that smile on Remy though. So cute. Good. Yeah, it's origin of ideas, and good ideas have to start somewhere. I will be guided into her. One way or another, you know? I have so little stamina though. I also need to pause the game and probably see if I can get the bottom stamina bar. That's what's tossing me off a little bit. No. It's still fine. You're vulnerable. Okay, we're good. I was about to say, do I need to float up right there or nah? Good. Where they put the time and effort to follow a game about worrying about pitching up for the beta test. And I mean, to be fair, it's like this is also like a free demo to play, and you can see it's completely disconnected, like fights mechanics and everything like that are so especially so. So because of that, like it's really cool to have. Like that's what I love about some game demos when it comes to it. For when they prevent an entirely different story or independent story from it, not just you playing like the first like hour or so when it comes to it. Then you know. Darn it. Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and use the courage then in that case. Whoa! Okay, good. Hello, Grenadier. Nice having you around, right? Probably actually just spend, right? There you go. Something separate. So RPG games do that pretty well usually when it comes to JRPGs or so. And you know, it's stuff like this where yeah, it's completely battles they never would have been able to fight in the base game or so, and purposely made so. I finally win this! A close battle though. Oh yeah. How unwary of me. You're much more powerful since last time. Anyway, I defeated you. Give the princess back to me now. About the princess, I lied to you. What? What? You barged into my castle and called me names, and accused me of the abduction. So I got angry and decided to make a little prank on you. That was... I was just... I'm sorry! Nah, I have fun enough in these battles, so I'll let you go. I'm really sorry! Then again, I figured out who that Scarlet Shadow is. Who's the Scarlet Shadow? I'm not wrong. Scarlet Shadow is Hakure Reimu. Hakure Reimu? Who's that? Are you kidding me? How could anyone not know her? The cruel nightmare meteor that dominates the whole Gensokyo. The Hakure Reimu of the Hakure altar. Your poor princess. She's probably held in Reimu's altar. The princess was kidnapped by such powerful being? What? Are you scared now? I'm not scared. I will defeat the Miko and rescue the princess! I like how motivated you are. And I would suggest you to leave at once. It's a long journey to the Reimu altar. There must be numerous obstacles on the way. The mighty Dreadlords who serve the Nightmare Miko will certainly not make it easy to pass their hands. Hey, I'm the ultimate artifact. I will not back down no matter how many are there. Nice artifact indeed. Think about selling it to me. That's a no-no. I must return it to the owner when I'm back. So it is borrowed then. Cute. And then this is the prologue. It's like the preview story when it comes to it then. There you go. Yeah, Reimu was always going to be the final boss. And yeah, proof of concept games. That's the best when it comes to it. Inscription, for example, was a proof of concept. Well, when I say proof of concept, it was a game jam game that's pretty famous for what it came to be. Same with Bobber's U, for instance. So that's just prologue. Is it really just those two? Challenge level unlocked. New spell card. Okay, there you go. Oh, let's do it then. Ooh. We can get the shield. Or we can get the cones. Subspell. Oh, we can just equip both. This special chapter is more difficult. Okay, well, that's the other holes then. Yeah, so let's do the challenge mode. There's challenge stage, simple as. Oh, that's cute, but I see how it's just easier to just have both on hand when it comes to it then. Why haven't you set off? You are looking for a rematch? So be it then. Now we can kill some time. I won't make it easy on you this time. Be prepared. Yeah, it's a cool animation and touch, but it's just diegetically easier if you just have the option of just both on Q and E, rather than just having Q cycles. It's actually cycling through multiple spells. Good. Reception Curtain Raiser. Oh! Dash runway. We're fine, we're fine. Those birds coming by fast are a bit scary, I'm not gonna lie. Appetizer. But say, remember that's 2 lasers. Oh, they're too fast. Okay, they just need to like dash back and forth from those when it comes to it then. Yeah, I just need to be using my stuff for dashing instead of going in the air when it comes to it then. I'm too addicted to short hopping after. There you go. Thank goodness he doesn't have too much stamina when it comes to, sorry, too much health on this phase, necessarily when it comes to it. That's a bit annoying more than anything. Let's just see. Yep, you just gotta keep juking the bats. Goodness gracious. It looks like you get, like, you have a smaller stamina bar in total, but your stamina almost, like, immediately regenerates from what it looks like. Like, it doesn't look like there's, like, a wind-up when it comes to it then, you know? Not so bad. Didn't expect you to hold on for so long. This ends now. Witness my proud ultimate. Dement finale. Oh, and then the spell cards are on the same cooldown system when it comes to it then. That's also part of it too. It turns way slower, yeah? I'm really not generating courage like just at all when it comes to it, so spell card use is very much more limited. Oh, really? It definitely feels a lot more punishing in that regard then. Ah, it was bad hits. I should have her though. Nice. There you go. Use the full Warlock with Lantern? Well, yeah. Ah, apparently you've grown so much. Nevertheless, you leave much to be desired. Well, you can do better. Wanna try again? I have high hopes for you, Fairy of Ice. They know that there should be achievements for doing it all without taking damage, so let's try that. Get all 3 spell cards. Okay, so it's 3 spell cards. Oh, it's laser. Yeah, give me a laser. Absolutely. Oh, it's just too good. And it's only three courage bars comparatively here. Comparatively to 4 in the main game. Now, granted, of course, you know, seems that we're generating so much less courage in comparison here. But, Besides, I'm gonna go for hitless when it comes to it here anyway, then. Nice. Ah, I dashed the wrong way. Yeah, no, cost is 4 in main. I will say, like, I really am debating about it. So do I do Cherno for my AWA cosplay? Because the total cosplay is the last thing I'm hung up on right now. The fact is, like, depending on, it's either going to be, like, it's one of my more set and dry buyer mate situations when it comes to it then. But I am thinking about it, because maybe I buy the costume, but then I make my own independent wings. You know, like how I did with Land. We'll see what I want to do when it comes to it then for my cosplay side of things. It'd be real fun though, it'd be real fun. I was about to say, so did you ever get around to playing the Prologue yourself, Crimson? I dashed into that, but we're fine. Actually fine. Nice. I do have the practice in making them, yeah, but Plan wings were ostensibly bigger, and Channel wings are ostensibly smaller. Good. Not bad. Oh, okay. She almost drifted into me, dude. That was potentially very bad. Nice. Because I'm so used to shield being on Q, potentially, I pressed Q, but I swapped my spell instead of using the spell, so I realized I didn't have enough energy to evade anymore. Why? No! That actually did screw me up right there. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good swap system anyway then, once again for main game. Instead of just having to spell but, it's just Q and E, as simple as. Oh well, that's just how it goes sometimes, you know? Not like it's the worst ever. It's just that, like, the fight does feel like it's a bit longer comparatively. The other ones, but that's just because, you know, I don't have, like, my huge, stupid damage scaling amps when it comes to it then, compared to main game. See, already back to stage 4 and courage 4. Ah, damn it. Nah, just drift to the sides then. Drift to the sides. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say Snowball's a crutch, but, like, you know, I absolutely have mastered that weapon when it comes to it then. Not saying that Frozen Frog, you know, the only weapon that we have here when it comes to it is bad necessarily, but it doesn't have the same damage output, because, you know, it's a lob shot that I have. It's like a lob shot in Cuphead that comes to it then. It's just objectively more damage, but it is, you know, a harder weapon to use by definition. That's, of course, the trade-off with it. I remember when I was watching, like, I think Asprey Archive play it, they were on controller, and Snowball seemed absolutely impossible for them to use effectively at all in comparison. So yeah, I think it's also potentially input gated. I dashed the wrong way. Bob also did bounce in Cuphead, but it's not a charge shot in a way, you know? Yeah, I just dashed the wrong way for that attempt there, which is, it feels bad, man. But it's, you know, that's my own mechanical input error, and that's just how it goes. Been far enough. That brings up something interesting I remember seeing when it comes to it, because, like, on both, like, sports and esports side, I remember, like, just, like, I wouldn't say getting into a row necessarily about it, but, like, talking about it with, like, some of my contemporaries and friends, both on the sports and esports side, of how people can always, you know, like, point out, like, oh, why they made this decision in the game, or like why they do that boneheaded mistake or so. Like I never would have made that. And so like I get it on both ends for both like professionals and even on streamer side especially. So it's like if we're playing video games for a living or so, or like, you know, that's what we've actually made our name off of and everything, you can't hold us to a slight standard of wanting us to be able to do, right, to actually perform to a higher metric or regard. But especially depending on, just because we're hobbyists when it comes to it, doesn't mean that we're going to be the same level as like the actual esports pros or the actual like regular sport pros who devote all their time into it, that's totally their job, more than just hobbyism. Not discounting people who are actually full-time streamers or so. And then at the same time too, like the people who say they can probably beat a pro or anything like that or so, or like they never would have made the decision. Pros, I'm not saying that they can't make bad decisions or so, they absolutely can be held liable when it comes to mistakes. I thought I'd be able to get on the ground and dash. I should have just pressed the bubble button. I'm realizing I'm having to get into the air way too early, and that's what's screwing me up. But like, oh my goodness gracious, the vitriol that some people spew of like, man, this really, I never would have done that. How are they making this mistake or so? It's like the most innocuous thing. Like, there is criticism, and then there's ones to where it's like, dude, I've made so many like not thinking brain off mistakes in both like gaming or like when I've been in like intramurals or something like that or so. There is some slack to give, but also it's like it is valid enough. Especially when you go into a blind game for Master Demon Stream, this is what's fun to be really scripted. I mean, there's different levels when it comes to an enjoyment or so, and I think this is like I think the reason why this. I'm actually amazing at this video game, dude. I dashed the wrong way, and then I recovered it. I think what came up to my mind here on this topic was I was talking about the Powerball on the Powerball lottery with a few of my IRLs when it comes to it just recently on the side of things. Just, you know, some of the, like the biggest jackpots in a recent note when it comes to it in like the past week or so. So I was talking about like, yeah, potential gambling on that. And it got me into a bit of a small tirade about how I just freaking hate sports betting so much, dude. I need to just not anymore. I just need to pop the bubble and just take the turns loss in that rate. Because that's the third time now. Third time's a charm to just be losing it, right? To be losing the run like that. On how I really hate sports betting just because when my credit card got stolen, that was $900 in DraftKings. That's somebody tried to fraud me on when it comes to it then. And then on the other side, seeing all the reports on both the sports and esports side of people being like, I bet money on you, and you underperformed or so I'm going to send you death threats, not just to you, but to your family and shit like that. And I'm like, oh my god, people, there's a difference between being a passionate fan and being somebody who's just using the outlet of you gambled, which is already a potentially losing sport, on somebody else's decision, and you're getting mad at them at it. Like, for some people, yes, it is their job or so, but it's not their job to make you money. It's their job to perform. You're the one who still put the money down, dude. And then also, like, for streamers or so, like, it's to a lesser extent, but on the side of, like, people when it's like, how are you so bad at this game? You only play video games all day or whatever, stuff like that or so. Hobbyisms are different baskets, people. I do not understand how you can try to lump people all together in the same thing, like in the same basket of saying, well, you should, like, you have a pedigree in this or so. Yeah, and I could absolutely have an off day, or like this game could absolutely not be for me when it comes to it then on that other side, for instance. Like, for all the time I spend playing like shooters, first person, third person, whatever stuff like that or so, when I play Fortnite casually with my friend, or like with a few of my friend groups, yeah, I don't play Fortnite as much comparatively, nor do I have indeed Fortnite knowledge when it comes to it, compared to some of them who've been playing since high school, when I thought it was uncool to play Fortnite because it was, you know, the hip vote thing that was in. I freaking suck at Fortnite in comparison, for instance, dude. And like, for how organized and cerebral I can be or so, like, dude, I am still behind the times in Minecraft. I'm actually such a slow-ass boomer when it comes to it all, for instance. It's not like it's necessarily super competitive on both of those, nor am I trying to go, like, I don't know, I pressed the wrong button. I pressed Q instead of E again, dude. I really hate how that's on Q so much. Okay, that'll be better. But it just makes me constantly think on how people, on how, especially so, like, I just really hate that kind of gambling, or like, people's expectations. Like, it's like, can you be entitled to an off day or anything like that or so? Absolutely so, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. But when people get mad at you for having that off day or so, or like, take it as a personal attack instead of, GG's donuts, like, holy crap, people. Parasocial moments do not know any bounds. God darn it. Sometimes being bad is entertaining. I mean, that's absolutely a good bit of, like, a lot of people, or rather, like, if being bad wasn't entertaining, then a lot of people on the internet have to talk, or like, have to fess up about how they don't, like, when they talk about fixing women, or like, I can fix her, or fix him, or inclusive in all parts, or fix them, however it is. It's not just because, like, they're crazy, but just because, like, they're, like, bad at something in general. More like a fail girl, fail guy, fail wife, fail male wife, fail they, them. We're inclusive everywhere here in Chartreuse Proxy. I'm meeting my diversity goals when it comes to it. Like these earlier, these other phases, without me doing any mechanics mishaps or so, these are fine. It just is like every time I get on to Starward Bouquet here, Starward Bouquet, stage 5, I really screw the pooch, and then sometimes I screw up Starward Bouquet. Good. You know, I literally did the thing I told myself to, if I pressed E that time. Okay, so the lasers get rid of the knives when it comes to it then. So I used one more turtle than I wanted. I don't know if this shield's gonna last for until I get popped though. But that's good to know for the future. It's good to know for the future. On how I would be able to defeat that phase is what I'm saying. Yes, I gotta dive and hit the floor after the first laser.